Welcome to the Outsider Media Group. We talk battle rap from top tier to bottom tier. There's no biasness here. And tonight, me, Caleb, we chop it up with Shotti P, man. What's going on, fellas?
I'm good, fam.
What up,
Word.
Shotti?
Detroit in the building.
Facts. All right, man. So, Dre, you want to start off? Or you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead, set it off, man.
All right, man. So Shotti, as everyone knows, you were part of the inaugural the team Gully, what everyone kind of views as the first like batch of King of the Dots new like up and comers. You feel me? Your first battle on outside of the GZs on King of the Dot was you and Skelly at Blackout, man. Talk to us about that. How was that as an experience? I know there was some tension there. You feel me?
Yeah, leading up to it, I felt like I was kind of trying to create that kind of attention. I mean, I was kind of calling them out in every battle. And once it finally got locked, we chopped it up. I thought it was cool. We was, what I'm saying, we was ready to just go to war like normal. But I feel like I probably said something that pressed his buttons because that nigga kind of came out of nowhere with the whole physical shit.
Yeah, I was about to say like what I don't like it. He was not happy. Like, and I don't think we've seen him since then on the platform. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. That night was just a real weird night, especially chopping up with him like earlier in the night. He just seemed like he wasn't all there.
Yeah,
Like I don't gonna say he was high or no. He was definitely doing something that made him not himself.
yeah. Well, why? Like you said, you were calling him out for a while. Why Skelly? Like that's not a. No offense, but that's not like a name that a lot of people like really respect on King of the Dot for whatever reason that might be.
Yeah, at the time, I was doing GZs after GZ, and it was like I'm ready to level up. I felt like I was ready for better competition, and I looked at the GZ roster, and it wasn't really nobody to aim for. So I'm like, okay, if I can't aim at the top of the GZ roster, I'll just aim at the bottom of the King of the Dot roster and work my way up. You know what I'm saying? So it was Skelly. I felt like Skelly put enough work in to where our battle would at least get eyes on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never felt like he was like a top tier guy that, you know what I'm saying, I was calling out. No, I was really just trying to get my foot in the door.
Yeah, and I mean, I completely understand that. You feel me? So I mean, you won pretty clearly. Like I say, he hasn't been seen back on the platform, and that kind of started your journey. So the next battle, right? That was the next shit was Excel, right? At Mass 2.
Yep. Very next one was X.
That was like, and the Skelly performance wasn't bad, but I feel like the like it was you were a lot better, a lot more polished in the Excel battle. Like you were kind of like trying to talk to comfortable, like in your bag. How did you feel about the battle?
To this date, I still feel like that's probably one of my best battles. I just felt like I was on point with the preparation, with everything. It was just because it was more of a shit. This nigga XL can come in here and fucking destroy me. You know what I'm saying? I never had that feeling about Skelly. Even when I was doing the GZs, I never had a feeling like Skelly would kill me. I was like, nah, I'm gonna destroy Skelly. It was more of the pressure of being on the main stage for the first time. But with XL, it was like I really got to be on my shit because he can come in there and kill me, and then this journey would be over before it even start. You know what I mean? I was trying to gain fans. You know what I mean? And losing to Excel that night would have probably lost me.
Yeah, and I mean Excel also kind of he had something to prove, because he was coming off the Danny performance. He had choked the year before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
that's what I knew. Like I knew like he about to come in here try to redeem himself. I can't let him do it on me.
Yeah. In my opinion, I mean, I definitely think you won that battle. That like I loved that Finkel and Einhorn line. That shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people slept on that one. That's one of the ones that got slept on.
But yeah, and then from there, you leveled up again. Really, you and Peanut at World Dom. Y'all had what like a lot of people were calling the best battle of the weekend. The only other one that people were talking about like that was really Clips and Iron, honestly. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was definitely a dope performance. Talk. How did you feel about that battle? Like leading up to it, like during the
Okay,
battle, how'd you feel?
with the peanut battle, it was a little different. He got a whole different style than
Yeah,
I never faced before. So I was like, okay, I know his punch gonna be higher than mine. I can't come in there and try to rap like he rap. I can't out rap him. He gonna punch like crazy. So I'm gonna just try to approach the battle as like make him seem like he a nerd. I mean, it wasn't one of those battles where I felt like I could lose too. I just knew it was gonna be a battle where it was gonna be good footage. Like he gonna have some shit. I'm gonna have some shit we gonna put on the show. That was probably the most neutral feeling battle that I ever had. I
yeah,
really didn't care if I won or lost. I just wanted it to look good. Like I wanted it to be rewatchable.
yeah. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I did like. I felt like Peanut won the battle, but I feel like it's one of those battles where it really like it didn't exactly matter who won or who lost. It was just kind of like y'all both were like on the come up, and y'all kind of like showed okay, like we like y'all old motherfuckers better like get your shit together, or
Yeah,
we
yeah,
about to
yeah.
smoke all of y'all.
Exactly.
But
It was like we both here. Yeah, we both coming.
yeah, so then next was Swave, right? Swave at Blackout.
After Peanut,
Oh no,
I
it was
think I
Clips
think
next.
Clips.
It was
Yeah,
Clips. Yeah,
Clips was next. Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
Clips. How was that? You like, and there was a lot of talent on both sides of Team Gully and Team Gannick, but really, if we're being honest here, I think you probably got the most like known, possibly one of the most dangerous off of the Team Gannick. Like whenever they're on their A game, of course. I mean, I know there was Daylight, there was like people like that, but I mean, Clips is never like even after he had fallen off, he still gave you one of the best performances that he had that year. I mean, were you nervous going up against Charlie Clips?
I don't think I ever been more nervous for. Man, that's literally my favorite battle rap. Number one
Damn.
favorite battle rap. So it's like when they got locked, I was overly excited, but once I let that shit calm down, it was like, okay, I gotta focus in because I gotta kill this guy. And they're writing for people like Clips, people that got like 20, 30 battles is real difficult because I'm big on being original, man. I need my shit to be original. I don't want to say nothing to him that nobody else said. You know what I mean? So that was probably the biggest challenge about that battle. But other than that, the only thing I don't like about the battle is how he made it like like a a cool vibe in the room, Clips kind
What?
of take over the vibe of the room. Like I was going for that intense. See, I had the
Yeah, and
hoodie
then
up.
he
I was
kind of
going
had
for that
those
intense, like yeah. I was like,
he had
I was
those
going
like
for that look, like
conversational rebuttals, like in the
yeah,
middle of like
yeah.
yeah.
It's like he just know how to create the energy in the room. I was going for that. We don't know if these two about to fight type of battle. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he just real charismatic. I knew that was probably the biggest thing to overcome during the battle is this nigga
And then
charismatic. People like him.
and then they like I remember like it would be like before each round, like you get done like spitting all this intense shit, and then he's just like I'm just saying like the clown was in Happy
Yeah,
Gilmore, not Billy Matt. Like I was
yeah,
like, all right, Clips,
yeah.
you kind of doing a little bit much now, dog.
Yeah, he was. That's just Clips trying to control the room. Like he ain't want that intense battle, and I kind of think he probably freestyled most of the second and third because he kept asking me how long was my round. So when a vet
Yeah.
keep asking you that, that means yeah, he only got a little bit for the second and third. He
And
gonna have
that
to.
was kind of crazy. Like, what was there? Like, okay, so what was the deal with that? Like, at the end of his rounds, he was sitting there talking about, "Oh, Gully, I knew you were a snake, letting him go so long." Like, did you have long rounds or what? Like, what was the agreed upon time limit?
The agreed upon time was 2 minutes for sure, but they told me I get a 15-second grace period, so I probably was like at 2:30 with my slogan. I never count slogan against my rounds. Like even when you call time, I'm still gonna rap my slogan. So I
Yeah.
never really count that against my time. I was probably right at 215, 220, something like that. I knew he was just trying to complain, beat Charlie
Yeah.
Clips.
About to say it's kind of funny, like it's the way that Ill Will was saying. He was like, he's playing the victim again, like playing like sometimes.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna hate on Clips, but he does do that sometimes. He just like he knows how to play the crowd. That's one of
yeah.
his biggest
He a
strengths.
great salesman. That's what I told him. Like, you was a great salesman. Like, you could say something trash and had him go crazy because you just a great salesman.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, I personally feel like I had you winning that battle. I know like people debated that battle, but I gave you the dub off that. So from there, the next was Sway the Blackout, right?
Yeah, if we talk at King of the Die, yeah, but right after that, I went to Australia and I
That
battled
was the
Vega.
Vega battle, right?
Yeah, yeah, I battled
That
Vega in Australia right after Clips.
well,
Oh
let's
no,
go
no,
ahead.
you're right. It was Swave, and then Vega.
All right. Well, we'll just go. We'll talk about Swave, then we'll talk about the Vega battle. So you and Swave, what like what happened? I mean, didn't if I remember correctly, like you kind of had a stumble or a choke, whatever you want to call it, in that battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
What like do you attribute that to less prep time, or was there like a different vibe, or what was the deal out there?
It was definitely prep time, but
Yeah.
that's it's. I just find it funny that I stumbled in that battle. That's what people remember most, and it's crazy because that was like the last 4 bars in my third round. So
Yeah.
it's literally the end of my round, but that's all people remember. And I think it's because how the vibe of the crowd was that night. It was just a weird vibe. It's like it was a lot of if you watch a lot of the battles from that night, it was like a lot of dead reaction, a lot of just staleness. The crowd
Yeah.
just wasn't live. It wasn't lit that for some. And
I'm
then
gonna
me
keep
and
it
Sway.
real. I kind of like whenever I first watched the battle, like I had you like I still have you winning that battle, but like I forgot about the whole like stumble or choke whatever until somebody they were like, well, didn't Shotty like choke in that battle or something? I was like, not that I remember. And I watched it back. I was like, oh shit. I mean, I don't know how, but I just like I didn't even remember that shit. But
Yeah, probably because it was like right at the end. But it's just a bad way to end the rounds. You know what I mean? To end a round off of a choke. So it's like, of course, that's what people remember because that was the last thing I did.
yeah,
But as far as content wise, I think that's probably my best battle. Like as far as content is what I was saying. Like I said
I'm
some
not. I'm
crazy
not
shit.
mad at that, really, honestly. Was it like how is the energy up there? Like, Swave, he's like known for being a bully. He's like all of that shit. Like he has a very intense presence on stage, it seems like. And it seemed like you always have that. If it goes to that, it's gonna be that. So
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, did you anticipate something popping off or what?
I mean, as a battle rapper, in the back of your head, you always kind of anticipate something popping off, especially when you trying to cut deep. Like I try to cut as deep as I possibly can. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's battle rap, man. It's no rules. It's like we both get in here, we say what the fuck we want to say, and how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to leave it in the ring, and you know what I mean. But you always, as a battle rapper, you always kind of ready for whatever happens type of deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but so like, did it feel different? I guess is what I'm asking. Like, because Swave has like that bully vibe to him. Like, how I'm just trying to see your feelings on that. Like, did it feel like a different type of battle or what?
No, it didn't feel like a different type of battle. It felt like I didn't even feel like Swave was trying to bully me. His style is just that bully style. Is more of like his presence, his stature. You know what I mean? In my opinion, Swave is best when he has great angles to take. But I knew Swave didn't have great angles on me, so it's like I didn't really, I didn't really like his performance like that. I only felt like a couple things that he said. And I was like, yeah. And then the crowd, it was like a different. The vibe of the crowd was really the thing of the night. You know what I mean? It wasn't even about Swave. I was trying to put on a show for the crowd.
And I noticed that like a lot of people they said that like the crowd was pretty bad at that was Blackout 6, right?
Blackout 7, I believe. Yeah, Blackout 7.
Okay. Yeah, cuz 6 was you and Skelly. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So but yeah, I like people were saying that like that vibe was just kind of off. I know Jonah had a tough time against Chilla that event.
Yeah,
A Ward kind of had a rough time against DNA. Like it just I don't know. It
yeah,
seemed like it was more of a crowd akin to like think they liked what they were already familiar with. They really weren't trying to be
yeah.
very open minded to the new style.
Right, right. I agree. I mean that could be it. I mean, it could have been just like the event was running a little late. People was a little saucy. I mean,
Yeah,
couple fights almost broke out, and that really rarely happens at King of the Dot events. So it's like, yeah, that night was just different. It was a different vibe. But Swave was cool. I mean, even before the battle, when I chopped it up with Swave, it was like it wasn't like I didn't feel like animosity. Oh, this
yeah.
guy's trying to harm me. You know what I mean? I ain't feel like that.
Well,
But
that's definitely dope. I mean, it's always good to like be cool, with your opponent and shit.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah, I root
let
for all
me
my
no, go ahead.
yeah, I was just saying I root for all my opponents, after the battle. After we battle, I always root for my opponents, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me go back for a second. I kind of like I forgot that I was gonna ask about this. So with the whole like being the inaugural, well, you've been on both of them, but with the inaugural Gannick versus Gully, like how is the vibe there? Like, did y'all really feel like a team before the event? Like I know like a lot of majority has Gully winning the majority of the battles that night.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, did y'all like what was it like a real team vibe in there or what?
It's funny because before the battles, we didn't really chop it up a lot. I mean, I missed the press conference, so I wasn't really around the Team Gully guys much. It's like once
Yeah,
I got there, it was hotel room, rehearsing, you know what I'm saying? Then we off to the venue. But most of what people see, like all the like team camaraderie, that's like completely spontaneous. It was just like we didn't even realize we was all gonna be standing with each other until we got there because Gully was like, everybody on Team Gully, I need y'all all standing here, right here. We was scattered throughout the venue. And
yeah,
I think it like through the Carter Deems battle, we were all wasn't standing around. It was he had to gather us. It was like so most of what y'all see is like all
yeah.
spontaneous team camaraderie.
And I know
It
that
was
that was
great.
like that was a very like how do I say it? Battle rap like there if you go to or something like you go to the PGs or something like a lot of the guys had the same type of feel, but that was a very diverse team. Like you had yourself, and then you have like Peanut, and then you got Jonah, and then you got Carter Deems. Like it was a very diverse group of guys. Like
Yeah,
not a whole
that's what
lot
I love
in
about King
common.
of the That's what I love about King of the Like Carter Deems is like one of my favorite people in the world. You know what I mean? But I would have never met Carter Deems or a person like Carter Deems if it wasn't for King of the Dot.
Yeah. So and another thing, I just remembered in the Clips battle, you had the third, you had the little like rebuttal with Peanut and shit. Like, how did y'all plan that beforehand, or like did y'all just say, okay, here, like you jump in, I'm gonna set it up, like I'm gonna put the alley oop and you like dunk it. You feel me?
No, it was like it was a quick thing because Clips had said some shit about Peanut.
Yeah.
And even before then, I told Peanut like say Charlie sucks because I was supposed to have Carter do it. But
Oh.
I had to switch my rhymes up and everything. I was supposed to have Carter do it, but Carter wasn't standing with us. So I couldn't find Carter. So I'm like, okay, I gotta use Peanut. And it was just so perfect that he was just talking shit to Peanut. You know what I mean? It was just so
Yeah.
perfect. So I'm like, yeah, say Charlie sucks. I'm like, you gonna know exactly when I say it. When I say Peanut got a message for you, Charlie sucks.
Hey
He kind of
man,
did it his own way,
yeah,
but it
that's a
was dope.
fact.
It was dope.
Yeah, but yeah, who knows what Carter was doing, man? Probably trapping somewhere. Who knows?
Right. Getting a couple
But
ounces. You never
yeah,
know.
but so about to say you and Peanut y'all became pretty cool after y'all battle, huh? I mean, like I know like y'all still like always like y'all have been on like 3 cards on the same team now and shit, you know?
Yeah, that's my guy, man. We just came back from London, man. That's my bro. That's my
Yeah.
bro. Like I love to do like a two with Peanut. I just think his style is just so crazy. I wish I could take it, like turn it off and on type of deal. But the way he
Yeah.
rap to me is just like perfect, perfect multi-syllable rapping.
And then I know I'm kind of like stuck on this, but I forgot like a lot of the stuff that I was about to ask about this. So another person who had a like a very standout performance that night was Jonah. Like y'all that's your bro, huh? Like y'all both
Oh yeah.
from Detroit and shit. Y'all came up around the same time, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm about to say I know I'm not gonna invade on anyone's personal business, you know. But is there like, do you talk to him? Is there a chance we gonna see him back in the future or what?
Uh, I honestly don't know. I mean, he still be writing. The last time I talked to him, he was writing, but I don't know. I don't know. I think he's just really happy. He just feel like it's just a burden off of him.
Okay, yeah. I
But
mean, I can
you
definitely
never know.
understand.
You get that itch to battle. You never know. I'm saying with Joe
Exactly.
Nada, he's really one of those guys. Like you never know. He might come back. He never. It's very possible.
Yeah. All right. So after the Sway battle, you that the Vega battle was your first like international battle other than Canada, right? Like your
Yeah.
first time traveling overseas.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? Because I mean, they had like I know like A Ward battled that dude. What was his name? LJ, I think that same event, right?
Yeah, LJ. No, that was the next event that they threw, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was over there with you then? Like, oh wait, or was that the event that Carter battled? What's the dude name? I can't remember his name.
Dunk. Carter battled Dunks. He actually battled twice that night.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He had battled. He was out there the week before, and he battled the week before too. So he was out there
Uh,
putting in work.
I'm about to say that man's a machine.
Yeah, he was putting in work out there.
So you and
Yeah, it was just
Vega,
him and
how did
Carter.
it how did you feel? Like it was it like I know you were excited to be overseas like for the first time just off battle rap dollar, you feel me?
Right,
Um
right.
how was the battle? How did it go to you?
That battle is like probably the most fun I battle. It was just like real surprising how much love they showed me because I was out there just me and Carter, I was basically by myself. Because Carter do his own thing, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
such a celebrity. He just got so much going on and he into different stuff, but that's another story. But I just felt like they showed me love. Like I felt like I was at home. I had people behind me that I didn't know that was grabbing me and then just let's go, Shotti. It was just a different feel, man. They just show love as soon as I stepped in the building.
Yeah. And I mean that's a lot of and it's not always I understand like going to new places, but like it seems like a lot of the British crowds, the Australian crowds, like they show a lot of love for the out of state dudes, you know.
Yeah, yeah, because it's just different. We sound different, and we battle different. So they just appreciate seeing something new. They
Let me
throw events.
ask let me ask you this. So you had the battle in England, you had the battle in Australia. Do you prep different for that, or like how, like do you feel like you gotta like prepare your bars different because like you have a different demographic?
Exactly. I try to make sure I write for the crowd. Like at least 70% of my verse is gonna be stuff that I think they like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
and and I'm gonna mix in like other things for footage but as far as prepping for the overseas battle, you got to just really do some research because you going to a place you've never been before. So if you want to do like a local reference, you got to really know how to pick local references. You know what I mean? You got to know
Yeah.
how to reference the right stuff. That's the only difficult thing about that. Because as a battle rapper, you feel like you have to do it. You have to do it. You're not from there, so you got to show them that you did your homework. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. Yeah.
you can't be cliche. You can't use shit everybody else use. Shit about
And
the
that's really
fucking
kind of
Buckingham
difficult, I
Palace.
feel like. I was gonna ask this, like, recently they had Gnome 8, and they had that shit like in Houston, in a new area, and like a lot of the guys on there, they were trying to pander. Like, I'm from Texas myself, and I didn't really like all the pandering that was like being done, because I understand, like, you're in a new area, but you there has to be like a level of knowledge, I feel like, where you're like, that there's going to be at least two or three other people doing this, so maybe I shouldn't do this. How do you feel? Like, do you feel
Exactly.
like there's a threshold for like how much you should do?
I feel like okay, like if you're gonna do something that you probably heard before, I feel like if I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna have to put my own twist on it to where it's no longer said before. It's mine now. You know what I mean? I did it so well, it's now mine. So when people do it after me, it's just gonna remind people of when I said, you know what I mean? Like things like tea and crumpet bars.
Yeah.
Okay, they probably heard a million of them, but have they ever heard me call a fat guy Big T and Crumpet? No, I don't know. I don't think they have. See, that's
Yeah.
different. That's different. So if you're gonna do something like that, just make sure you different with
Yeah, I understand that completely, and I agree completely. All right, so the next battle after that was you and Suge, right? Mass 3.
it. Yeah, me and Suge. Ah man, I hate
And let me
even
about to
thinking
say,
about
I
that.
can hear it in your voice. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man, that's widely viewed, and I mean rightfully so, as probably your worst performance on King of the Dot, man. Like, I wasn't impressed by him either personally, but like what happened? Like, had bad prep time again, or what?
The prep time, I wouldn't say it was the prep time. It was personally, I feel like I was being too cocky because when I got to Boston and I kind of ran my rounds by a couple people, and they had stopped me like, hold on, wait. Suge is real strict about time limits. So 2 minutes means 2 minutes to him. So I'm probably at 3 minute rounds. So I felt like, okay, I chopped it up with Suge. And he was like, yeah, 2 minutes. I got the contract in my room. But he was still writing. Like he was still writing. Like the battle was the next day. He was still writing. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to just go up to my room and just chop fat off of my rounds. You know what I mean? Cut this off, cut that off, cut that off until I
Hmm.
can condense it down to the time limit. I still didn't hit the time limit, but I came close. I came close, and I got through 2 rounds of shit that I had just jumbled all in my head because I didn't cut shit out. When I choked in the third, it was like I don't know, man. It was like I've choked in battles before, but it always like snapped back to like it always snapped back to me. But this time it didn't. It just did not snap back to me. It's just like a horrible because I feel like I was really picking up steam. If I could have closed that third round out, then it would have probably been viewed as a 2-1 or 3-0 debatable. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's big to have that on your resume. You know what I mean? That's big to have that on your resume. You beat Shotgun Suge. That's
clearly.
a big, yeah. So it's like I really hate that he got out of that bag. Cause the
So,
choke, even if people say out, it's still people that say like, "Oh, you won the battle." It's like I don't feel like I won the battle because I beat myself. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I personally, I got you winning the battle, but like, okay, so wasn't there also like a choke from each of y'all in the first as well, or like it's been a while since I watched the
He
battle.
he cut his second like real quick. He just hit me with the jersey. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then while I was rapping my second, he was going through his phone. I'm
No,
like, damn, he looking at his bars. I'm like, fuck. So he don't know his shit either. So we both up here like we both up here basically fucking up.
yeah, and that was the
So
card opener, right?
yeah, that was definitely the car opener. the car opener. And that the worst thing about it is the crowd was so lit. They were so ready to hear bars. They were so ready to react to almost everything. That was the livest crowd I ever battled in front of. Probably the most people I ever battled in.
Yeah, that was definitely a dope ass crowd. Yeah, but like I say, I gave you the win, man, because I had to, I was like, okay, they both choked it. This was a pretty mediocre battle. I was like, but I got to give the win to the guy who didn't say round in a bag like a Subway cookie. Like I
I
was
don't
like,
know
no.
what it is about battling me, but people have some of the worst bar. I'll be like, that was like the worst thing I ever heard. Like Math hit me with the Michael shit.
Oh my God!
Right.
All right, man. We gonna get to that. So next was the math battle, right?
Yep.
All right,
Math.
man. Let me go ahead before I get into this. Like I remember I was watching I saw the pay-per-view, but I missed this battle. Like I missed this in the Quest McCody and Joey battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, and everybody was like, damn, Math clearly beat Shotti. I was like, well, damn, Math hasn't been good in a minute. I was like, but I got to see this. Like, so I waited and I went and I waited till the footage came out and I watched it. I was like, wait, Math didn't clearly win. Like some of this stuff he was saying, man. And I'm not gonna hate on Math. He just had a fire battle drop, but
Yeah.
the man, like he had some crazy, like the cock in the 12, like the
Yeah,
pedophile. Like,
I'm on the
come on,
fence about
dog.
it. I mean, I'm still on the fence about it because it's battle rap. I understand, I understand the reference is fire. The reference is fire,
Yeah.
but the visual it gives you is just like,
No, and my thing is, it wouldn't have even been that bad, but they had then there was that where he Gully likes doggy style. That's why he turned his back on the D. I was like, come on, man,
yeah,
another
yeah.
one. Like
Oh, I forgot about that one.
like
I
I just
forgot about that one.
I don't know, man. But let's go ahead and talk about overall the battle, man, because that was kind of an intent. Like he was very conversational during the battle, man.
Oh yeah, but that's mad. I should have been prepared for that. Definitely threw me off. I should have been prepared for that because when I watch his battles, he do that to everybody, and it's like
Yeah.
it's something I did not notice until he was battling me, and it do throw you off because you want to talk back. You know what I mean? But I was tuning him out for the most part, and I start feeling like he was doing a little too much, like with the whole like post move thing. I'm like, oh man, this guy just gotta touch me some way. He's like, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta. Why I don't know why people gotta touch me. It was like, all right, whatever, let that one slide. And then it's like he trying to bump you off your square. That's what he trying to. He trying to get you emotional. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what he do. It's a good vet move. I learned a lot battling Mav. Just for the record, I probably learned the most battling Math Hoffa than I battled.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
just from his presence and just his performance. Still feel like I out rapped him.
yeah.
I out rapped him, but he just got like I don't know, his projection too. He's a real big person. He's a big human being. He is like he's bigger than he look. So
Yeah.
he projects well. Like the whole room hear him when he speak. You know what I mean? I had to yell.
I mean, let me say this. Like, and I know it became an angle for like a couple of people, like after the whole like Skelly shit. Like a lot of people, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but like it's been used in battles, and I've heard like people say that like you say that like people, I don't know why people always gotta touch me. It seems like they kind of just like I don't want to like I'm not gonna call you names, you feel me? But they people have said like they're like, oh well, like he's soft, he's pussy, he's this, you feel me? Like, do you think that actually like people actually believe that, or
To be honest, it don't matter what a battler believe. It don't matter if he believe I'm pussy or not. That's why I really don't never take the you pussy angle, because the only reason you can prove I'm pussy is if you whoop my ass right now. That's really the only way. All this other shit is just tie into battle rap. It's not real. It's part of your performance. You rehearse that. You know what I mean? I don't know about
yeah,
the Skelly thing being rehearsed, but as far as anybody else touching somebody, it's most of the time rehearsed. So it's really just another antic. It don't mean that the guy you touching is pussy. It's just you got an antic around. He came to rap. Like it's doing this off camera. You know what I'm saying? That's how you prove somebody is pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, like I say, I'm not gonna. I'm not trying to like propagate that idea. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know if you felt like
Oh,
maybe people were just trying to violate you. You feel me?
oh no, it don't matter. I mean, it don't matter what people think. It's only thing that matters is the reality. I ain't gonna walk around like I'm the toughest nigga in the world, but just know, like, Shotgun Suge wasn't gonna pocket tap me off camera. Like,
Yeah,
even if you know what I mean, whatever I gotta do it. But you're not about to pocket tap me off camera. I'm saying it's not part of it's not rapping now, real life.
yeah. So
That's the only thing that really matter to me. If you think I'm pussy on stage, go ahead, use that angle. Good luck with it.
yeah. So Gully versus Gannick 2. Uh, did it feel different from the first one? Like you and A Ward were both on both teams. So I mean, was it like did it have a different feeling or what?
Nah, it was the same. It was the same kind of team, kind of fit. Even more so this time around because we knew ahead of time like it was gonna be a real team thing. Even during promo, more of the team. We had our own little group chat and everything, and
Yeah.
it was just more of a team vibe. We already knew that going in. I like those events, man. The themed events is like real fun. It's real fun. You can incorporate other people. It's like this one fan was telling me his favorite moment from the A-Ward battle is when I grabbed him and when he said something about you get the socks and you a rewards member or something like that. And
Yeah.
I was crazy. And I grabbed him. He was like, man, that was like the dopest thing I ever seen. Because it was real reaction. It was real. I didn't hear none of his shit. It was just like, man, that was crazy.
I mean, did you like? I mean, I know like being on the team, you kind of like have to say certain things. But honestly, did you feel like your team won that night as well?
Uh, they actually did a vote this time around, and
Okay.
yeah, like they had one of the staff members going around tallying votes, like who they thought won each battle and all that, and the crowd said we lost, so I guess we lost, as a collective team.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's all right. You know what I mean? We'll be back
Yeah.
even stronger next year.
I was about to say you'll probably be on the team again next year. Like, okay, let me ask this. I know like y'all all fuck with Gully. You feel me the long way because he like put y'all on. But at a certain point, like, would you feel disrespected that you haven't been called for Team Gannick or what?
Nah. It's more of the Team Gully side. Like, okay, like this year, I think Team Gully could fill his whole card without A Ward, without ADI now. You got a lot more up and coming GZ cats that's
Yeah.
worthy of sense now. But before, like the previous year, it wasn't really like that. So it's like, okay, we're gonna go with our big guns, our big GZ guns, and you know what I mean. We're gonna bring out Shotti P, the A Ward, and put these matches together. But the next year, you never know. I mean, me and A Ward may be called for the Team Gannick. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they could.
Exactly. Yeah. So then now you just had the battle with Scoop, right? Mm, that was the next one, right? And the last one.
Yep. Yep. That's the
So
latest.
how was that? Like how was the England vibe? Like going over there as a team, knowing
Yeah.
you're not at home.
Yeah. It was the same kind of Team Gully feeling. We was like a team. But
Hmm.
battling Scoop is not easy in London. I'll tell you that. Battling Scoop is not easy. He come in with 30 guys saying that he's about to kill you, and it's like, man, this is intense. I love this shit. I actually love those type of battles, being in a hostile environment, not from, and you make them fuck with you. You know what I mean? I love that, the challenge of winning the crowd over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's difficult with Scoop. they chant his name out there. Like, I don't know another battle rapper that get school. I don't know nobody else that got a chance. It's hard
Yeah.
to fight that, man. Sometimes you gotta pick your moments to shine. That's what it is.
Now you
It's not
said
even
in
about
the,
winning.
go ahead.
Yeah, it's not even about winning the battle. It's just, you gotta go out there and do your thing and make sure those people are entertained. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy to entertain crowd you never stood in front. You
Yeah.
just gotta make you on point.
And I mean, you said in the battle that you had like written your third verse like last minute. Is that true, or did like what?
No, that was 100% true. That was
Damn.
100% true. I mean,
Was it?
that goes to show you, like, it's difficult. Sometimes you gotta do what you can with your third. With me personally, the third rounds be like the last ones that I write. So if I'm not finished with the third, I know exactly how much time I got to battle, and they flew me out 2 days earlier. But with the time difference, it's weird with the time in the air and all that shit. I
Yeah.
ended up landing the day before the battle. So I knew I still had time. So I was at the airport. I had a 14-hour flight. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got time. I ain't gonna be doing nothing but sitting around.
So was it like writer's block, or was it just like procrastinate, or what? Like, I mean, not to get too deep into your business, but like,
No, it ain't
did you
that. It's
plan it that way, or was it just like you're like, damn, I can't think of nothing right now? Well,
no, it's a little mixture of all of it. It's like you can't think of something, or me personally, I think of something I think is fire, and I have 5 versions of it. I can't decide how I want to say it until I have to. Okay, it's like now I gotta just pick one. Now I'm going with that. You know what I mean? Time is ticking. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I had that for multiple setups and punches, but that's my writing process. I just gotta learn how to speed it up and be more decisive. That's all that shit is.
yeah. And I mean, I know the all the footage hasn't come out yet, but how'd you feel the rest of the team did? Like, you think y'all did well?
I think we did well as far as going out to a hostile environment, because just like they love Scoop, they love all those London guys out there. They want to see all of them do well. Yeah, they want to see good battles, but they want to see their guys do well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So yeah, it was a fight for all of us, especially Peanut, because the venue kind of got closed on us,
I heard
and
that.
yeah, we had to shoot it outside in the tunnel. I mean, the footage is dope. We had a lot of interruptions, but
He
they
was
probably
telling me that it was like a really weird vibe to it because of that.
yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of interruptions, and out there they ride mopeds and stuff, so it's like real loud. It was
Hmm.
crazy. Footage. I think the footage still looks good. They gonna edit all that shit out. You know what I mean? Because they picked it up. That's that vet shit. Both of those, Matter and Peanut, they both show some real vet shit. Because when they get interrupted, they pick it right back up where they started. Nobody fucked up. It all looks.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's where you at right now. Do you have anything like you? Of course, you can't tell yet. Like, but have you been contacted for any King of the Dot events upcoming, or what?
Not yet, but I wouldn't doubt that I should be on the next one. But you never know. Maybe they want me to sit this one out. You never know. I just kind of sit around and wait. It's a waiting
Yeah.
game right now. You know what I mean? And I do whatever I can in the meantime.
Yeah.
Like I just had one locked with Dre Vicious that we had to end up rescheduling.
Yeah.
But
That was in Washington, right?
yeah, out in Washington. Yep.
I want to talk about that for a second. I talked to Danny pretty regularly. I know his battle went down, but he said there was like a lot of battles that didn't end up going down. Like, what was the deal with that? Like, what was the vibe of the event like? Like, was it really short because of that, or what?
I never made it out there. The morning before, they called me and told me that Dre had missed the flight.
Oh
So
wow.
it's like yeah, that was pretty much a wrap. I mean, he still invited me to come out, but I didn't want to go out unless I was rapping. I hate being at events because it make me want to rap, and knowing that I was on the card, that was just gonna make me mad. I
Yeah.
was going out there to gain fans. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, are you gonna try to like reschedule it or what? Like, are you still interested in doing the battle?
Oh yeah, they trying to relock it for I think November.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I'm down.
that would
I'm still down to do the battle. I mean, I got 3 rounds ready to go.
yeah, that
So
would definitely be dope, to see how you do on the West. So what what like who are the people right now that you say they got to see you, before you hang it up? Like who's your dream battles and who like are you gunning for right now?
dream battles, man. Everybody asks me this question. I never can give them a good answer. Uh, I don't know, cause it's just at this point, it's kind of like I'm ready for anybody. Battling people from around the world. It's like I feel like I'm ready for anybody in any state. I I flew 22 hours to 22-hour flight to Australia. I can fly anywhere to America, anywhere you live. It don't matter. Arsenal, I'll fly out to Jersey. It don't matter.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and get to like there's a question that a lot of people have asked, you have, and I know you've addressed it in your battle, but I kind of want to go a little bit deeper into it. You have like a very gritty street type of style, it's more associated clearly with the URL brand. Why did you choose to pursue this route? Like did you have an offer from URL or and you turned it down or what? Like what made you decide this is the path you wanted to go down?
It wasn't to be honest, was not in my control at all. The King of the Dot pursued me. It was more
Okay.
like I rapped in front of Norbs, and he showed me love. I can't say he didn't show me love. He didn't offer me a PG, but he definitely said he liked my style.
Yeah.
But after that, I battled in front of Gully, and he decided to bring me out for GZ in Toronto. After that, it was just kind of a wrap. You know what I mean? I'm loyal to the brand that's loyal to me. So it's like I'm not trying to like jump brands and do stuff. No disrespect to URL. Everybody
Yeah.
always say I diss Smack in my battles. I don't really diss Smack. I just kind of address what other people are talking about. Just like you just asked me, like why I'm not on Smack. I'm not on Smack because kids they didn't want me on Smack. King of the Dot wanted me, and so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, but I mean, I know, of course, you're good where you're at right now. You're making your moves. If that opportunity were ever to arise, would you want to touch that stage or what?
Oh, I would definitely not against battling on a URL. I'm not against that at all. But as far as like signing contracts, uh, doing PGs, and nah, I'm not with that. But if they want to book me for like a Born Legacy or some shit like that, I'm definitely down for something like that. That sounds dope to me. I never been to New York, so it's like that's definitely dope for me and the King of the Dot brand.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely agree with that. But being a King of the Dot rapper, do you see yourself? Would you want the chain at some point? Do you want to go for the chain or what?
Oh yeah, if you on King of the Dot, the chain should always like, be in your aspirations.
Yeah,
Realistically, I just look at the pecking order. It's real important for battle rappers to understand the pecking order. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean like who's buzzing more than you right now. So you got to understand the pecking order. Right now, I'm thinking like A Ward would get a title shot before I would. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Chilla Pass would probably. Thesaurus would probably get another. Even Math, you never know. Even Math.
yeah. And I see a lot of discussion about it. I want to ask though, do you like from the outside looking in? A lot of people, and it's some King of the Dot fans, some not, but they feel like the chain isn't as much of a signature of how like dope you are. Like it's not exactly the prize that it once was. Do you feel like it's not as good of a prize as it should be, or what?
No, I don't feel like that. I feel like the current champion wears the chain well, and if to beat Head Ice in itself is, but being crowned champion, you should definitely feel accomplished. It's nothing to take lightly. It's so much talent in King of the Dot. Not saying that all the talent is gunning for the chain, but you got to go through big talent just to get that shot. You know what I mean? The shot is the message to you that you are on the top. You know what I mean? You are on the top besides the champion. You besides the champion, now you got to beat the champion.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, let me go ahead. Every time we get somebody on here, we have them plug anything that they do. Like, what do you do outside of battle rap? Like music, merchandise, all those types of things. Let everybody know where they can find your music, some merch, any of that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm working on all of that right now. But you can follow me on all social media, King Quotable. My IG is Shotti P, but Twitter is King Quotable. Keep a lookout for the merchandise. I got that shit coming like ASAP. I got a lot of requests. So I'm definitely about to start cooking those up. I already got the logos. We just got to get the shirts printed and we're gonna be ready for shipment. I mean, so just follow me on social media. Y'all keep your eyes peeled for that. The music, I'm gonna try to start getting back into the lab probably towards the end of the year. So also keep your eyes open for that one too. But I'm trying to get these battles off the schedule first. You know what I mean? So I can focus 100% on the music for a minute, maybe a couple months, and hop back in the ring. So just follow me on social medias, Shotti P on Instagram, and King Quotable on Twitter, and keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, and I mean, whenever all of that stuff comes out, you definitely got to let us know. We'll definitely go ahead and plug your shit. You feel me? We definitely rock with you. We appreciate you taking your time out and coming to chop it up with us about all of this. You feel me?
Oh, no problem, dog. Anytime y'all want me on, man. Anytime, not a problem.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. And I mean, good luck on all your upcoming battles. Anything that you might happen to be booked for, just good luck on all that. Salute for all that you've done. Before we get out of here, can I go ahead and get you to give a shout out to the Outsider Media Group real quick, dog?
Shout out to the Outsider Media Group. It's Shotti fucking P 220. We in the building, Detroit City, and one love, man.
Hey, yo, salute to Shotti for coming out, man.
No doubt.